Adventures.
Hey guys, Chuke here from Chuke's Outdoor Adventures. Have another bear country update for you. It's unbelievable. I've been doing these Friday updates for a year now, just about, and I always have something to talk about. During the winter months, there was some times where it got slow, but then the black bear attacks started. And there's been even more black bear attacks that I've missed. Thank you to everyone who has signed on to my website and sent me these messages, because there were some bear attacks in the last couple weeks, some black bear attacks. But shout out to Todd Hawthorne. A couple other guys sent me some messages regarding these updates of the brown bear attacks. So I got a couple updates for you. This one is just unbelievable. So this is from NBC Montana, and it is about a brown bear attack in Kalispell, Montana. And it's interesting what happens, but what infuriates me is what NBC Montana, along with some of the authorities, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, say after that. Just unbelievable. So just getting into the headline, a grizzly bear was shot and killed Kalispell, Montana, after charging a man near his residence along Foothill Road east of Kalispell on July 10th, so not too long ago. The landowner heard a disturbance outside and discovered the bear getting into a chicken coop. When the bear approached him, he shot and killed it. Fortunately, the man was uninjured in the encounter. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service is investigating the incident. The following was sent out by Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks. A grizzly bear charged the man near his residence along Foothill Road east of Kalispell on the night of July 10th. The landowner heard a disturbance outside and discovered a bear getting into a chicken coop. The bear approached him and he shot and killed it. Fortunately, the man was uninjured in the encounter. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service is investigating the incident. If you are experiencing conflicts with bears, please call Montana Fish and Wildlife Parks. You can locate local contact information here. Be bear aware. And so, unfortunately, it does not say what firearm or ammunition was used. I always like it when they tell us what was used, if it was a shotgun, a rifle, or a pistol, because believe it or not, a lot of times it is a pistol used. Since it was on his property, I'm guessing it was a rifle or a shotgun, but we don't know. If you have more information, please let me know. Working with Dean Weingarten on the pistol information especially, and you'd be surprised what are some of the calibers that have been used against bears. But this is what infuriates me in the NBC Montana article. At the end, it says, be bear aware. Montana is bear country. Avoid conflicts with bears is easier than dealing with conflicts. Here are some precautions to help residents, recreationists, and people who work outdoors avoid negative bear encounters. Carry bear spray and be prepared to use it immediately. Oh, wow. Not anything mentioned about firearms, even though this is what saved the guy in this article, a firearm. Nothing. They don't want us armed. They don't want an armed populace, period. That's what I believe. Why else would they continue to spew out this BS? Keep garbage, bird feeders, pet food, and other attractants put away in secure building. That makes sense. Keep garbage in a secure building until the day is collected. Duh. Certified bear-resistant garbage containers are available in many areas. Yeah, that's true. Travel in groups whenever possible and make casual noise, which can help alert bears to your presence. That's fair. That's good. Stay away from animal carcasses, which often attract bears. That's fair. Follow food storage orders from Apical Land Management Agency. That's good. If you encounter a bear, never approach it. Leave the area when it is safe to do so. That sounds fair. Never feed wildlife. Duh. Bears that become food conditioned lose their natural foraging behavior and pose threats to human safety. It is illegal to feed bears in Montana. For more information and resources on bear safety, visit Montana Conservation Wildlife. That just infuriates me, because they say carry bear spray and be ready to use it immediately. And I'm not anti-bear spray. I mean, I like to carry both. Chuck from Alaska Ballistics I have 2 cans of bear spray. It's great. I always tell the story about my uncle. Black bear was approaching him slowly on the trail. He spewed out a big cloud of it and the black bear took off. But for a charging bear, we've seen on many cases where bear spray has failed, and you really need a firearm. So this is what I've been taking the last couple of weekends fishing. This is my Dan Wesson 1911 chambered in 10 millimeter. I'm getting 700 foot-pounds of energy out of the Buffalo Boar hardcast that I pack in this, the big 220 grain. Pretty amazing. I've got a just-in-case holsters, chest holster there. Really big fan of that. I'll attach a video to that. But big fan of that. Sometimes, 10 millimeter may be underpowered. I will admit that. And so the answer, of course, is a big bore revolver sometimes. And this is my Ruger Toklat 454 Casull. This just gets amazing power. It's pretty heavy. Recoil isn't that bad. I do have one of those holsters for this too, and I like that. So kind of a middle ground is the 460 Roland, because you can keep it in a semi-auto. Now this one, I don't know if I would recommend, because this isn't a Glock 30 build. It's the official 460 Roland spring and muzzle brake, but it's in a Glock 30, so it's very lightweight. This is a very painful pistol to shoot. However, this is something that I like a little more. Bigger frame. This is the FNX. It's got a bigger muzzle brake there. The FNX 45 Tactical with the official 460 Roland spring and barrel and mag springs, and I'm getting 12+1 at least, and it's basically the low end of 44 Magnum power. So we have 255 grain hard cast from Buffalo Boar, and we're getting over 900 foot-pounds of energy, getting about 1,300 feet per second. Big hard cast pills. So it just makes me so mad that these authorities and the media will say, bear defense, get your bear spray ready and be prepared to use it immediately. They don't mention firearms at all. Folks, I am now unfortunately under the impression that they don't want an armed populace. They don't want anybody to have firearms. It's this, left-leaning news organization and now the authorities, and they're saying bear spray only, which is just ridiculous. They're the ones that are going to get people killed because, they don't want us to be armed. Another interesting article, and this really surprised me, is from Japan. Believe it or not, Japan is having more brown bear attacks. In Hokkaido and the northern island areas, they actually have brown bears, a small population of brown bears in Japan, and which is interesting. It's difficult to own a firearm in Japan, but out in the country, there are some hunters and people who are allowed to. Hopefully that's changing, but this is so weird that I'm getting a news report from Japan. Thank you to the fan that sent me this. So, hunter reported missing amid declaration of bear warning in mountain region following multiple attacks. So, need to know, a hunter in Hokkaido, Japan, was declared missing after going out on a hunting trip on Mount Isen. Now, to me, this is kind of cool because I have one of those Akita dogs. Well, it's an American version of the Japanese Akita, which is a dog that is closely related to wolves because they, in this region of Japan, the Hokkaido region, they hunters, domesticated wolves and then raised this kind of purebred breed. And then we took it after World War II and made an American version of it. But anyways, this looks like a husky, but it's like a hunting dog. It's pretty aggressive. I have one of those dogs, so I like reading about this area. So the guy disappeared. His disappearance comes shortly after a brown bear was spotted in the area and a gun believed to be his was found near bloodstains. That doesn't sound good. There's been a rising number of bear attacks in recent years. Concerns are rising about the welfare of this hunter who went missing. And then they go on to say that they're changing the laws. Currently, if you are being attacked, you are allowed to defend yourself with the bear because, of course, they're strict. It's Japan. But now they've changed the law a little bit. The current laws only allow for hunters to take lethal action if there's an imminent threat to humans. However, the updated provision allows for the use of guns when it is feared a bear will enter a residential area or it is deemed an urgent response is necessary to prevent a human being harmed. So this law will take effect from September, empowers local government to restrict traffic and issue evacuation orders per the outlet. So Japan is even doing better than Connecticut. How about that? And California for that much. So, let's take some lessons from Japan, guys, and keep ourselves safe out in bear country. Thanks for tuning in. I'll have a video out in the morning and another bear attack video next Friday. Thanks, guys. It's Chuke, your friend in the field.
My name is Chuke. I like to trade my guns just for fun, but now I have none. Oh, look, get shot by a bear, but I don't care. I got a 10mm. Chuke's Outdoor Adventures. Watch you all die every